Have a taste of this! Whew, okay, so I didn't tear the whole place down.
Traveler, if you have a moment, could you do me a favor? I'd like to discuss something with you. Please, come meet me over there. Thanks for coming to speak with me, Traveler. I've been thinking about this place. Since we still don't know just what kind of... Don't you think it's a strange coincidence that as soon as you... It almost seems deliberate. As if I have a theory, but I can't... Judging from the Conqueror of Demons' reactions, I think that he was somewhere else. Is it possible that we've entered into a chaotic... We're seeing things in people that should... And we don't feel hungry because the state of our bodies is suspended. If that's true, it means we've entered into a place when you put it all together. This is a place where time and space are thrown into chaos. And yet, if it's truly chaotic, how did we find our friend's voice, even when we had no idea where he was? It doesn't make any sense unless this space wanted us to... Which brings me to my next point. I submit that we didn't actually see the Conqueror of Demons. He was somewhere else. But as Traveler, you said you saw the... At first glance, the door may seem like a prank. There's no way of knowing what might be in there. 1 minute, it's playing a joke to get you to lower your... This space is a powerful opponent, but I'm not gonna sit here and do nothing. Do you remember that small spatial rift next to the... It felt like spatial magic. When we saw that illusion of the Conqueror of Demons, it seemed like he wasn't expecting... I think that this space purposefully... But I also think it didn't count on that spatial rift happening. In other words, the fact that we saw and spoke with the Conqueror of Demons... Yes. Also, I had a good look around after coming back. I think this gives us an opportunity. If the space creates phenomena meant to deceive us based on our imaginations, then we have to keep imagining. If we try to stay calm and listen carefully, maybe. Can you feel that? Let me see. I think it's here. And break! I secretly learned Yelan's illusion-breaking method. The sound came from behind this illusion. It's getting clearer.
No. This is the chasm. What did we go through here? If it just in that battle fought years ago, what does he do?
The voice is much clearer now. We're close. Conqueror of Demons, can you hear me? It's Yanfei. The
Traveler?
It worked. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Listen to me. It's chaotic here. We may not be in the same space, but sometimes the sound can get through.
Everything is chaotic here. No. The darkness that sullies my soul.
Right now, we have more dangerous things to worry about than that. Without you here with us, our search for you could very well lead us into danger.
So, you're in...
But we're worried about you. And earlier, the Traveler was tricked into entering a dangerous place.
How do we meet?
Conqueror of Demons, can you find out where our voices are coming from?
I see. The spaces might try something.
Hurry! If we miss this chance...
Stand back!
Let's get...
Now we can avoid getting split.
Oh.
A lot's happened here, but this wasn't just for our own safety.
It's just a flesh wound. I am fine.
You're not a burden. Don't think that for
Fine. As you wish.
You're injured. Get some rest. Everything else can wait.
The one I...
As Oh, Traveler?
You're both here. Great. I want to talk to you.
I also felt that the space was targeting us. But Yen...
Based on what just happened, we can now confirm our suspicions that space and time function chaotic. Now that we found the Conqueror of Demons, the next...
I went back to the domain again just now. Although I could... My clan has practiced magic for generations, and has created... I recognized something like one of those catalysts in the domain. Unfortunately, I think so, but it's hard... Also, I am the only one out of all of us who could know what it would look like. To me, that...
Just like with that door. It's like it's a lie.
By reading our minds and showing us what we want, it creates the reality that, if that's the case, it can only have one goal. To trap us here until we die. What else could it be?
We should prepare for the worst, but we mustn't give up.
I've always known there were secrets hidden in the chasm.
Yelan, when we first ran into you...
I was looking for the truth behind the monster invasion from Conrad. Please keep everything I'm about to say to yourselves. No one else can know.
We got it.
500 years ago, a wave of dark under Rex Lapis's command, the Millelith fought hard to hold the front line. At a critical moment, someone distracted the monsters and led them. The Liyue army eventually won the war. But there were 2 of my ancestors took part in that war. The current generation of Qixing knows very little about these events. And the day the chasm was unsealed, I put in a request, but this place we've ended up in. We can't give up. Right now... Are you all right?
Shh, we'll talk later. I'm just processing all the... Maybe the key to our escape is hid...
All right, well...
Oh, don't worry. I won't...
No, I meant if you're going to...
Wouldn't gliding be faster? You don't look well. I guess things still... It's okay. You don't... Sometimes I really envy the boss.
Hey, Ushi. Looks like our little lavender melt. Man, she looks wiped out. Man, that little dude looks stunning. Oh, I sleep like this when I'm in jail. Traveler, when did you get here?
Yep, way better. Who would have thought the best guide in all of Tibet could end up so out of their depth? Yeah, so anyway... Yeah, just like that. Aw, Ushi!
Traveler, it looks like the Conqueror of Demons is awake.
I'm fine. Don't worry. The karma I carry is dangerous to humans.
Well, I have Adepti blood in me.
Even so,
What happened while Paimon was sleeping?
with a little help, I was able to find my way here.
Conqueror of Demons.
No need to be so formal. Just call me Xiao.
Oh, sure.
It was a senseless battle. I came here looking for someone, but when I felt...
Madame Ping says that you usually base yourself at Wangshuin to guard the main road.
I'm looking for a yaksha called Bosacious.
Bosacious. I thought that you were the only one left.
You could say that. But Bosacious's body is the only one. Yakshas deal with God's remains all the time, and we become tainted by karma. He left. No, but Bosacious was the eldest of us. He once told us, as yakshas we will experience...
Did he forget his promise because...
It's possible. I am the sole survivor.
What made you come to the chasm?
Did you know that 500 years ago, the beasts of Conria invaded the chasm? That war lasted a long time. It is said that in the midst of the battle, but no one knew the yaksha's name.
But there were many more than 5 yakshas in total.
Wow. But you must think it was...
I am by no means certain, but Bosacious was proud. If he had taken part in that war, he would have announced his name. So at first, I thought the nameless yaksha couldn't be him.
Wait. So it was Bosacious you...
Yes.
No way!
The invasion of monsters from Conria. Life is full of coincidences, but this is too much of a coincidence.
What will?
Oh, right. Maybe it's not something you've come across much before, but both mortals and Adepti...
And this can be done at any...
Whoa, whoa! You wanna ride a whip?
It was no accident that you saw my illusion that day. This place used your desire. Pure deception is easy to spot. But the truth laced with lies It made sure you heard my real voice to create panic. If we hadn't managed to get in touch through the spatial rift, we may well have lost someone by now.
How is this even?
Our opponent is very clever. Everyone, whether I accomplish what I came here to do or not. I rejoined to warn you that it's extremely dangerous here.
But how do you know?
You might become a shadow of your former self.
Sounds like you...
Yelan, you're...
I've been back a while. I was listening to the conversation. I've seen some strange things here too. Objects that shouldn't be...
So they're just illusions?
At first I had the same thought, but it's not that simple. There may come a day when these illusions become real and attack you.
From what you were saying a moment ago, it's...
I can't say for sure. As Yanfei said, this space is chaotic and unstable, but it has its weaknesses. So, if I use all the energy I have...
Really? So powerful attacks can affect this...
Whoa, 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 whoa. But...
I mean, it will...
Wait a minute! When you said you were gonna get us out...
You can't be serious.
I saw Bosacious underground. A single blast can only create a very small opening. To send you back to the outside world. I know how to fight to the bitter end. I can do this.
No. No way.
I'm on neither! It's not much of an escape plan if we gotta leave someone behind!
It's only a good or bad plan if there are other options to compare it to.
But can you be—
I cannot.
What is wrong with you? You can't be—
To conclude, I'm not—
What if I told you? This is...
That's your strategy, huh? No offense, but we have no guarantee this plan of yours will succeed. You said it yourself. Yakshas pose a danger to humans. You really—
The battlefield is a treacherous place. Every opportunity...
I've been in my fair share of treacherous battles, so I know full well that you... You say these things in the hope that we will understand and accept them. But if you don't— Besides, if you were really so determined to end it all, you wouldn't have given us the opportunity to share our opinion. And anyway, losing one of us so the rest can escape—
Yelan.
Point is, it's not time for drastic measures yet. It's...
What if there isn't? Or if we don't find it? And in the end...
As things stand, there's no difference between sacrificing and trying to find another way out, in terms of the likelihood of success. If we can't say that one strategy is better than—
Did someone say a strong enough strike can break us out of this place? Yeah, that's right, I heard ya. No one's staying behind to let anyone else out, all right? Enough talk, it's time for action! Come on, whatever you are! Let's see how long you manage to keep us trapped in here after I'm finished with you!
Easy.
Have a taste of this! Yeah! Whew, okay, so I didn't tear the whole place down. But check it out, new path. If you need a hero, I'm the man for the job.
Should have seen this coming. Why do you always have to—
Shinobu.
What happened to Ito?
The boss used up all his strength in one punch. Maybe that's the reason he managed to—
Let me see if there's any way I can stay—
He did this because he heard us arguing, right?
The thing with boss is, whenever we get into an argument in the Arataki game, today he's done it again. He Another thing with boss is, he hates it when other people sacrifice themselves, but he always seems to end up doing it himself. That when he does things like this, he doesn't really think he's sacrificing himself, because—
Giant ego alert! And wasn't he just doing the same thing?
The boss is hardly open to persuasion. It's not just him either. The other guys in the art, I couldn't stop him if I tried, so I might as well just let him do his thing. Besides, often his hair—
Ito?
I'm sorry.
Don't be. You have nothing to apologize. Still, if this was an Arataki gang issue and the boss definitely wasn't sacrificing himself. He firmly believed that we'd be able to find— Everyone's important. We have to— Everyone, let's all do our best to try and find a way out. Leave the boss to me.
Everyone, it seems this passage doesn't lead—
What the? So,
No, it's still worth exploring. I'll go and take a look first.
Aha, I see. I'm with you. So far, I still haven't found the thing I came— If this domain has the power to project our
oh, right! No wonder.
Well, I can't guarantee that, but
I will find a way.
let him go. But if you're planning on going into that domain— After all, I'm just a lawyer. We'll be safer if we— By the way, you and Xiao seem pretty close, huh? I have to say, though, if Yelan hadn't spoken out like she did, I'm not sure she would have From what I know, she's lost comrades in the line of duty before, and then was rescued. How can things ever be the same again, knowing that you're like— If I were her, I'm not Oh, wait, 1 second. Yeah! Right, that's much safer.
Thank you, Senpai.
We will. Same to you. All right, Traveler, let's go.